Kurseong, nestled in the mid-Himalayan range, known as the land of the white orchids and the toy train, has a number of British-era centuries-old heritage buildings. Also houses the famous Dowhill Girls' School and the Victoria Boys' School. Two of India's oldest state-owned residential schools are celebrating its 140th anniversary. The two heritage schools, established in 1879 by Sir Ashley Eden, the then British Lieutenant Governor General of Bengal, started from a small cottage called Constantia near Kurseong town, was later shifted to its present sites. The 4-day Great Reunion 140, organized by the VADA or Victoria and Dowhill Alumni Association, kicked off from October 19th. We met alumni members who studied in the two iconic institutions spanning more than 6 decades. Among them were 84-year-old Lance Kinder, an ex-student from Victoria who passed out from the school in 1948, has travelled from Overton near Winchester in the UK. Mr. Kinder, a world champion squash player, has made it a point to visit his alma mater every 5 years.
I've had a wonderful experience so far. I came back for the 135th anniversary 5 years ago, and that was my first time back to the school since I left in 1948. I had a wonderful time then, and I'm having an equally good time at the moment, but the experience will continue tomorrow and the day after. So once, in fact, that is over, I'll be thinking ahead to 5 years in the future. But by then, I'll be 89, so who knows? Yes, I hope I'm not going to sound too critical, but I found in Victoria, the infrastructure has not been kept up to a certain standard. I think, as a good example, if you compare Victoria with the frontage of Dowhill, you can see a vast difference, and that's a bit sad for me because I can remember how the school used to look, and I'm hoping that something will be done to make the frontage at least as attractive as, in fact, Dowhill. My memories were mainly because I was very, very young. I started here in 1944 at the age of 9, and I left in 1948 at the time of partition. I went to England. So my 4 years that I was here are very vague, bearing in mind I'm now 84, but the memories that I do recall are the sporting memories where we used to have our sports down at the lower flats, and that was always enjoyable, and the inter-school matches that we used to have in cricket and hockey was wonderful. And I started playing squash at the age of 40, purely out of vanity, because I had a little bit of a tummy and I wanted to lose a bit of weight. Straight after work, it was ideal to go and have a quick game of squash and home. And that's how I started playing squash. And fortunately, I was very, very lucky that I managed to win quite a lot of regional tournaments, a lot of national tournaments, that's British Open, British Closed, and so on. And then I also was successful in winning world championships as well in the various age groups, because it's called Masters Squash, and you start at the age of 35. Well, I didn't start until 55, so it was the age 60, 65, 70, 75 and 80. And now, purely out of vanity, I'm now 84. I'm trying desperately to start at over 85. Yeah. Yeah. But no, and of course I've been playing for England in all the age groups. I've played in now 72 internationals.
You're from?
I'm from England. It's a little village called Overton, which is not very far from Winchester, which is in the south of England, the southeast, you can say. Yeah, that's right.
Renowned Bollywood film director Dilip Ghosh, a 1971 batch student, was there to celebrate the event, along with a number of his seniors and juniors.
Well, my experience has been, what should I say, has been most wonderful. My formative years has been here. I studied here from 1964 to 71, and very fun because very different. Unfortunately, it's not the same anymore here, A lot of things have deteriorated. But the quality of the education and the moral values and extracurricular activities, whatever we did here, which actually helped us go through in life. That even today, it gives us a lot of enthusiasm and courage to face the world, and it is all because of the boarding life which we had here. That camaraderie, which we all enjoyed, the value system which we built up here has really helped us. And apart from the education, of course, at our time the education was absolutely top grade. We had dedicated teachers, who actually spent a lot of time, and they were more than teachers. They were actually, what should I say? They molded us, and they actually helped us understand things. It was just not, how should I say? It was just not education. It was building up characters. That was something which I don't know if we can ever get anywhere else. That mentoring which they did, the actual mentoring and being in a boarding situation, it was almost like 24/7. The kind of mentoring which was happening. It was subliminal at once. It was nothing overt. It was subliminal, but it somehow seeped in. And well, we are what we are now, and it's wonderful to see that after coming back after so many years, you find people from all batches. Right from 44, we have people here, right to the young boys. And yes, each of us have got different experiences, but common factor that we all belong to this place, and we all feel very proud of it. And we really hope that we can carry this flag forward.
So was Christina Pradhan, a 2003 batch Dowhillian from Dharan in neighboring Nepal, who comes back to the school to attend annual events every year since she passed out of the school.
No, I guess we should never forget our roots. This is where our foundation is built. When the base is strong, because we went to multiple college and everything, but we never go back to our college because we come back to the school because this is our foundation. Absolutely. This is the person that actually made us, where we learned ABC. That's where we started. That's why coming back to Dowhill and Victoria is always emotional.
How often do you come back?
Well, once in a year. Yes, I always come up with my family. Yeah. I have this annual meetup every year in Siliguri. I always join. That's where I met this beautiful gentleman over here.
Why are you joining in? Please, you're part of
So,
this.
yes, 2 years.
Your batch and name?
I'm Salim Ahmed, and my batch I passed out in the year 2002. Actually, I studied 2 years, 4 and 5. I was from Sunshine, then I joined Victoria. I had to leave Victoria. Means I did not want to leave, but I had to leave. So now I'm returning nearly after 2 decades here in this school.
Which batch were you?
Actually, you can say I was in 2002 batch. Yeah, most probably same. Yeah, and I feel really very nice, very good to be here.
You're from?
I'm from Malda.
Malda.
Yes, it's really feel very good to be here and a part of reunion. It's really everything is good. Seems.
Please.
He is
join
from
us.
2016.
Wow, that's a
Younger generation.
Hello,
Give
this
us
is
your
younger
name
generation.
and-
My name is Ritik Das and I'm from the batch 2016. I'm currently based in Siliguri. I'm a college student, second year, studying media
You're
science.
from which place?
I'm from Siliguri.
Siliguri.
Yes. So
So how does it feel coming back after 3 years?
it feels great whenever I get a time during the breaks too. I visit the school. It has a lot of memories connected to me. And Victoria is the best. Who just taught me like self-confidence and like to to speak to the public. I was an introvert, and Victoria taught me how to mix with the people, how to socialize with people, and that's what helps me right now in my college and for the academics as well. So it has always been that light. It has been that lightning phase of my time of my life when I studied in Victoria. And
And
Victoria,
how does it feel to meet all the seniors that you're meeting?
it feels great. Like
Yesterday you must have met them and
yeah.
today you must
I've
have
met
hugged
many
them.
of them. I
You know,
interacted
actually,
with
you
them.
don't feel like they are so years older than us. We actually treat them as VS boys.
Yeah.
Even like Mr.
There's
Sekhar
no
Khanna.
age
No, no,
gap.
no, 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 no. Everyone
We
is like,
find that everybody is equal,
everybody.
and
VS
there are a lot of
and DX.
experiences that we share with one another. And it's great that, as one of the seniors said, that we have been molded. Yes, it's true. That sports, whether it's be sports, whether it's be drama, indoor games, whatever was there, we were brought up in such a manner that we don't forget anything. And we have a great bondage. Sekhar Khanna, he is very senior to me. We are all grouped together in
This great reunion.
yes, in all the reunions, and this has given us immense pleasure. Meeting the seniors, experience, and meeting the juniors. This has created a great moment for us.
It's like a family
know,
get together.
yeah.
Like,
And
I don't even know them unless we meet them. And like, and it feels like we have met them every time. Like, it just feels like it was just yesterday. So it's been like a decade long, because I was studying when I was here, it was 125 years. And I was here in the school, and I thought when I pass out from school, whenever there is an event, I'll come back as an ex-student. Right now I'm here and I feel so proud. You can see this environment is so
Just
lit
3 to
up.
4 years back, we had a one.
Batch.
Yeah, I'm Nilanjan Mojumdar. I'm from Calcutta. I passed out in 1995. So, like what he said, it gave us a holistic development, self-development. And I feel that every person in some part of their life should spend in a hostel. It gives you it develops your character in every way. Like people out here, they're as old as my father. But then we are mixing up as friends. So that's what a reunion brings out in everybody.
How often do you come back to your
I came back last year.
last year?
Last year I was here. This year I'm here. So whenever I'll get a chance, I'll be here. Because what we call is going back to our roots.
As of today, is meeting all these fellows after 50 years, 50 odd years? Yeah, 50 odd years. There couldn't be anything more memorable than this. Am I right, Prakash?
yes, very much.
School days was a different issue. But this, it's even greater than that. We are people from different walks of life, different professions. But see, we are meeting today, like old school boys. There's no profession here, there's no professionalism. It's pure schoolmate, batchmate, senior, junior, whatever we may call it. Though we now looked upon as senior and junior, he was my senior, I'm their senior. But when it comes to this, we are all VS boys. Those days,
Yeah, like when all of us get together.
Most
we all-
memorable time when we were students were, you know what it was? The annual ball. What used to call it the socials. We used to itch.
for that.
We used to wait for that.
And what about the notes that used to pass after the social?
More than notes used to have something called an autograph book. I don't know what was that was called. And I don't know, it used to call an autograph book.
we had notes also.
Oh my God! It was like
No, we
it was
had notes
old
also.
times. It's too much. Yeah, I mean, you are having a family audience who would not like to go into details. He was quite a Casanova.
We all in our
What I can say about that, what Dilip put it is, like when I look back at what it was then and what is now, the socialization within the girls and boys was something very healthy. It was very healthy.
It's true.
There was nothing vulgar about it
Absolutely,
at all. And
absolutely.
I think, see, UA being at that time, the school was making the students to come into a gender mix also at times. That's what was the objective. Otherwise, you would be totally isolated in a boys and a girls section. So I personally feel it was very healthy, And I'm so sad that it's not done these days. It should have continued. It is nothing bad. You knew each other, you know how to now talk with ladies, and I think
Like
very
we senior
educative.
boys who would be playing hockey,
Yeah.
or the junior middle boys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All those things, it's to really cherish, And it was so innocent. That's the best part. It was so
Very
innocent.
innocent.
Nothing better than that. I think this is the best thing can happen in our old age. Someone
Are you
in.
talking for yourself?
No, I'm talking for everyone.
No.
What do you mean,
Please
no?
count me out. No, I don't feel old. I don't feel old, yeah.
They are not old.
I don't feel
I'm
old.
not saying you're old by heart. You look old. We all look old. Come on. But over here, we're still young.
What I would like to say is, both the schools, there was a balance. There was a balance of academics as well as extracurricular activities. Equal emphasis was given to academics as well as sports, games, and extracurricular activities, so that there is an all-round development of the child. And after school, of course, I've joined the army. I've retired 7-8 years back. But they've molded me in such a way that it has, borne in good stead in my career. That is what I find the most important thing, which, I have been, the manner in which I have been molded in both these schools. That is very important.
I would just like to add a simple thing, is whatever we are today, our foundation started from here. So foundation has a very important part to play in life. If you're brought up in a right manner, you go through your life in a very organized manner. There's no ifs and buts over there. So that is what we got from here. And that is what we cherish, and we will cherish till the last. There's nothing more important than that.
Any message to the present generation of Victor, VBS and DHS?
Be sincere, be decent, be honest in your approach in everything in life. That's all. Because none of the three things are there today. There's nothing of that sort. Have a very simple mind, open mind. Look at things in a right perspective. Understand the possibilities and non-possibilities. Take a right decision. No shortcuts in life. There's no shortcuts. And that's all I would like to say.
And
Because
about the institution.
institutions, see, I'll put in one simple word. There could be no better institutions than Victoria and Dowhill. And I'm proud to say that.
Absolutely.
That is the reason we all from different parts of the country, we assemble here just for 2 days, 3 days. That itself is it should be a message for everyone, for the younger generation. See what they are and what we are. Compare yourself with others.
Besides reminiscing about school days, retelling school lore, and sharing memories, the former students participated in a heritage conference, the Autumn Ball and dinner.
Yes, we really cherish those old days, bygone days, when we were in Dowhill. We still remember Miss John, Miss Mangli, Miss Panwald, Miss Javalgi,
All the teachers.
Miss Radhika Pradhan, and how we spent our old days.
Lama,
Miss Lama, yes, of course. Miss Giri and Dowhill. And we came here to VS, and our headmaster was Mr. D. Banerjee, and after that Mr. J. Das Gupta, and after that Mr. Ardhendu Banerjee. We really love them. Yes, as Dowhillian and as Victorian, we are here what we are today, and we have achieved a lot. We have achieved a lot as a person, and during in course of our career. He is a government servant. I'm a government servant. He is also in a private service. So we still have those teachings of our old teachers inculcated in our day-to-day life. And that's why we are here today. Dowhill and Victoria, we are in tradition brothers and sisters. My old school, our old school, our sisters, my own sisters, they have studied in Dowhill. And we studied here in Victoria. My elder brother is also an ex-Victorian. And so, come, please come. We still cherish our old days.
We'll never forget this school. It's a lifelong,
It's our pilgrimage, our sanctum sanctorium.
And sir, you, which batch?
2001 batch.
2001.
Yes,
Were
sir.
you in Dowhill also?
Yes.
And then Victoria?
And then Victoria.
You passed out from Victoria?
Victoria in 2001.
Tell us about your fondest memory as a Dowhillian and as a Victorian.
As a Dowhillian, I remember one of my friend was there, and that time our matron was Miss Rita. Miss Rita Pradhan. So it was our first day in Dowhill. What happened is she was the parent. He left and he went away. The kid. His name was Ziko Hang. So what he did was he kicked Miss Rita, and then I believe Maili Didi was there.
Yeah.
Maili Didi, and then yes, Jeti Didi, Maili Didi and Jeti Didi, and then boxed her, and straight away ran away. Straight ran away. And next I want to say is Victoria, about Victoria and Dowhill. It made us fearless, right? In education, in our lives, it made us so strong that whenever we want to start, we fall down and we want to start, right? So whenever we want to start, it's our strength which Victoria and Dowhill gave us. We can start from there. For my personal life, I started my job in 2008, continued, and then due to some circumstances, I had to leave my job. But then I was fearless, leaving a job and then starting again with business. So that is where my complete. And I salute Victoria and Dowhill for the values that it inbuilt in me.
Yeah, actually, it is indeed a great reunion. We coined this name, this particular tag for this reunion, because 140 years is quite a long time, and I believe there are very few schools here who can boast of celebrating 140 years. And in the current scenario, we felt that it is essential to celebrate the 140 years because VADA, Victoria and Dowhill Alumni Association, has been moving forward to do things for the upliftment of the two schools. In the past also we have done a lot of work for giving a heritage tag to the two schools.
They also witnessed the Victoria School annual sports before returning home with bags full of new memories.
To thee we hymn our praise, the school of our happy golden days. In splendor grand you'll ever stand, and year by year become more dear, and give out the knowledge, strength and power, that even in the far off dying hour, we'll always remember, bless and praise the school of our happy childhood days. Ring out the strain goes far and wide, make it resound from every side. It echoes long on the years prolong of this our song at Kurseong. Guarded by sentinels silent alone, spectators of the days long gone, the snow-capped hills and startling rills, this wooded steps with shadow strips, mixed with the humming of the breeze, it echoes long the murmuring breeze, sways the pine tree gently over us, to join in the happy Dowhill chorus. Ring out the strain goes far and wide, make it resound from every side. It echoes long on the years prolong of this sad song at Kurseong. Hail to the school we love so well, hail to the fields of the age gone well, this noble swings whose echo springs back to the mind of good days of yours, our joys and sorrows, friends and foes. So we hail thee forever and say, yours to die will be thy name, live always. Ring out the strain goes far and wide, make it resound from every side. It echoes long on the years